This comment says, no one deserves heaven. Believers don't either. They just accept Christ as their Redeemer. That's why they make it to heaven. Many Christians seem to tend to operate off of the idea that people deserve the worst, or at least that people don't deserve anything, that nothing is an inherent right as a human being. And this is more openly talked about in terms of salvation, with many Christians believing that you have to give God something in order to deserve not being burned for eternity. And this tends to track into other ways that many Christians treat other people. Why so many Christians, especially Christian conservatives and Christian nationalists, have little to no compassion for people who need help. They come at life from this perspective that the only people who deserve to have their basic needs met or to not suffer in certain ways are the people that have worked for it. And not only do I think that is a flawed way to look at things, because at a baseline, everybody deserves to have their needs met at a minimum, but also when you try to translate that idea into what society looks like, it doesn't work. Because there are people with literally nothing who have tried everything and put in way more work just to not even get their basic needs met, while there are people who were born into wealth who have done literally nothing to get to where they are, oftentimes exploiting the work of those who are trying to get something. But because their work is exploited, they don't get what they need and what they deserve for their work. But this is also one of those topics that I think a lot of Christians don't acknowledge, because Christianity has branded itself as helping the poor and the needy and being about compassion and love. However, the outward actions of the institution of Christianity and many of the people in it does not represent that. Keep in mind, I'm not saying that there are no ways that churches and Christians have tried to help people, but oftentimes when they do help people, it comes along with the message of Christianity. It's not about just feeding the hungry. It is also often about the opportunity to preach to somebody when they're at their lowest and are susceptible to the outward simplified message of hope